Hi, so this game was pretty close. Black was winning by 6 or 7.5 at the end, but it seems that white timeout when counting. But anyway, the beginning was slightly better for black, and white had the opportunity to come back, invading the top. That was the critical moment of the game. So let's dive in. Very solid start, and it's nice for black to attack coming from the bottom side. Now we have a classic Joseki. White was supposed to finish the Joseki at c6, so then black either extends l3 or black can play the fancy and modern high to space Shimari. Well, another option here is for black to play the peep and leave it like this, and then extend on the right side. I mean, take the Shimari tight or loose. But white played right away, so in this case black can think about the Keima to put pressure on the left side. Usually when playing this Keima, white adds another move to secure the corner, and in case white plays away, black immediately plays another Keima, which is a forcing move to keep the corner restricted or small. So, and another option for black here on the left side is to play the attach at c5. Then block at d4 looking at the cutting points. If white plays Atari, black will trade like this, take away the corner, so white will connect solid, black gets ahead, white pushes, black gets ahead again. Either no B or one space jump. In this case no B because we have the hanging connection at g4, so there are more cutting points when playing the jump. White can wedge, and then white can think about using the idea of cutting and extending into the center. So anyway, black should consider something around d6 or c5. But it's also very big to play this q6. Now white invades right away. That's quite aggressive. Well, there are all kind of follow-ups here. White can think about the Hane or Nobi. When playing the Hane, black can start a ladder, but in this case white will just Atari under. If black connects, white Atari up as well. Black needs to go up or take the stone, and then white can make some I shape. So white play the Nobi, black connects, then white has some cutting points to worry about. Playing this move it's actually dangerous. The shape point would be one space jump. If black cuts here, white will just sacrifice. This is a success for white, and then go out in the middle. But playing this way, black can cut right away. And now white loses the 3 stones in a net. Or if white tries to save the 3 stones, we lose the bottom stones. Playing here is nice also, because black extends and finishes up the lower Joseki, and white still has some cutting points to deal with. And now white shape should be this one space jump. Playing this kind of Keima, black can either Nobi or take the key point, threatening to capture the 2 stones. This would set up a snapback and then surround everything. Well, white will probably go out, attach, and escape, and giving up 2 stones, it's okay here. So black is thinking to surround everything. That's also a good idea. But the problem is, white can use the cut at r6 combined with the cut at r3. So when this happens, black should protect this cut, and then white can extend once. Black has to Nobi, white makes some shape, and the fight goes on. But let's see here, is this center push first. Black has to leave in the corner, then white can go out. So this way white can fight back a little bit. Oh, playing the PP is terrible. There are all those cutting points. So let's imagine white cuts, black tries to capture this guy. So white can use a forcing move in the middle, and then white cuts in the corner. Now if this happens, black has to give up the 2 stones and capture the other 2. So white fixes his group by sacrificing these two stones in the lower right. That's why it's better to use the cut instead of peep at the cutting point. This exchange is a thank you move for black. So it's a doctor move, it fixes the problem. Now white jumps a bit further, so black can invade, that's very good. So black got some profit here, and the bottom group is still in danger. White could also play the Atari before extending. Anyway, good to extend for a base. Now usually Ogema in the top is fine, but black should also consider the move on the third line. Because when playing the Ogema, white can approach all the way from the top, where he already has some potential at d16, and this kind of move is threatening to invade, so black needs to double up or play an attach or a Kema here. But even so, white can slide and force black into an over-concentrated shape in the top right. So it's slightly better to play the two-space jump on the third line in this case, because when white comes all the way here, black will ignore and play away for other big points. White didn't really need this move. Maybe he was afraid of the cut, but the ladder is still working. So white should jump out here with this group. If black cuts, Atari first and then set up the ladder, which is going like this. So it's fine. And if the ladder doesn't work, white can think about this kind of moves. But this squeeze looks a bit terrible. Anyway, the ladder works in that case. So adding up another move was not necessary yet. If white comes here and then black extends in the top, now white can worry about the cut. But even so, white can jump here to protect indirectly, so when black cuts, the ladder works this way. Back to the original game. So now black surrounds the bottom group. Actually, the move to surround this group, it's Kema. Playing this move, white can go out with the attach. So when black goes down, white protects, and black will eventually just capture two stones, and white escapes with the rest of the group. So it's not such a big profit. Playing here, it's a bit more dangerous for white. Now the group is surrounded, very good to go down. Let's see if it works to play Hane, Atari, and then connect. Can white leave? Not really, this is dead. If Atari here connect, if go out, just block. So white is locked in. That's a better way to kill the group, Hane in this case. Usually the Nobi it's good enough because next you're threatening to jump, but it gives more space for white to set up two eyes. So yeah, this is a good combination. The problem is the edge in the corner at r3, we can look in a moment. Instead of connecting, white should play the wedge to create some cutting points. Now black has to protect and then connect. And if black tries to kill, this is a vital point. But the problem is, when playing the Hane here, white can go down. Now black has to push. White will threaten to make two eyes this way. Black has to take away the eye, then the cut works, and go down. And now throw in, Atari from behind, and if black connects, everything dies. So black has to take the two stones, white captures three, black takes one back, white blocks, and it's alive. This is a pretty classic life and death situation. So what happened in the actual game? White blocked. So once again, if black hits the vital point and then Hane, white will leave. Another way for white is to play n3 right away. Then in order to remove the second eye, black needs to play here, then connect, and now again cut in the corner first and go out. Then throw in, Atari from behind, capture, and block. So it's good to remember this kind of life and death situation. Therefore, black just blocked, white makes twice, and black hits center. Yeah, this is a big point, going for the most open side. Also, playing k17, it's fine if white doubles up in the corner, black can attack this lower left first, and then extend again in the top. I think overall, black is developing faster and bigger areas, so nothing to complain. Well, approaching here, white was supposed to double up in the corner, and then black can extend back. So white is playing a pincer. White can play a tighter pincer like h17, but even so, black will just attach and crosscut, hane, atari I mean, then just leave in the corner and now pincer. So on this move, again, black can think about the attach or even the sun-sun evasion. Attach would be nice to keep f17 connected. Attach and crosscut. This is usually the tactic to leave in the corner when white has the O game at c13. So on this crosscut, white most of the time extends, Atari, go down, play the tiger mouth. And this tiger mouth, it's a defense, but in the same time threatens to capture the two stones. So if white plays here, black can kill two stones in the corner. And that's a very nice way to leave. Playing m17 is not so urgent right now, because f17 is the weak stone, not the two stones on the right. Also playing like this, it's an option. Make a little base, then when white approaches here, kick, then reinforce the top right more. So now white puts pressure, white can double up. And in this case, when black extends for a base, white will play Kusumi, and now black is still a little bit over concentrated. So white can fight like this and build the left side while attacking. So white decided to put some pressure with the shoulder hit. Push out to separate, it's generally good. Then escape. White was supposed to double up again, either like this or Kosumi. Sorry, the Ikentobi. Then black plays Kosumi to separate. And try some Aji in the corner. Then run out. While playing here, black still has the option to invade the corner. That's a good idea. So now we're going for a trade. Black captures the corner while giving up the 3 stones. White can play the Kosumitsuke and then jump, because black is still endangering the corner. So if something like this happens, nothing to worry about, those cuts are not a problem. And black has to come back and fix his I shape. Otherwise we will end up in the L formation. So if black runs out in the middle or plays other moves, let's say black extracts this group, there will be a hane on the first line and another hane in the top. So now the group can die. It's the L formation. Also the vital point will kill in this case. Playing like this, black is getting ahead. Black should nobi. Well, this is possible too. White has to connect solid. White shouldn't play away. Connect solid here is fine. Even if black goes out, white can block in center and then still attack the floating group. So Keima, black got some profit in center, that's very good. Well, this move is not necessary because the corner is already alive. So now, being center, it's still interesting to attack the lower left corner. Also on the left side, black can think about the clamp or extend. That feels a little bit low to play the tiger mount on the second line. Ah, white answered. Why shouldn't answer? Why should just extend on the left side? This middle side invasion still allows white the fix in the lower left corner. Ah, so now white invades the top. That's actually fine because white being strong and thick in the top left and on the right side, this invasion point seems available. Now the options for black to react is to cover or play q15 with fighting spirit threatening the right side group. But either way, white can live in the top, so white can stretch once, then attach, then use the cut at the waist of Keima, Atari, now Kosumi once, and then just defend the top side because black has to capture one stone in order to stay connected. And here white has time to go back and make twice. Well, black can also go down, then white protects, black captures a stone, and white adds another move to stay alive. If he doesn't, 019 can be a problem here. So that's one way to live. When covering like this, which is good actually, black could use the double Hane in the corner. In this case, white's options are quite limited, so white can cut, then Atari to capture one stone. Black can give up the stone and take back the other two, but black can also resist. So when black goes out, if white plays Atari, then we sacrifice, and then white needs to link under. So this way black ends in center. But if black still wants to live in the top, white wants to live and damage the top side, then p18 is played. Black will capture the stone on the side, and white just extends. Now in this case, white can already leave, so it's impossible for black to block and fight. Black needs to jump out like this or like this. Then if white links under, it's not a problem. Black got the wall and will counterattack here. If white plays away, then black can block in center. So white needs another move to leave, which is also okay. And then black will use the wall to harm the group on the right side. What are the options on double Hane? Tari connect. Connecting solid, it's playable too. Then Atari in the corner, then Keima, then push once, pull back, and make twice. But anyway, it's not so not so bad for black in the end because the wall can damage the top side or attack the right group. So actually this is fine. Well, going down feels that white makes more space for life in the corner. That's a good move to connect and impact the stones on the right. Now blocking here is too much. Black should simply connect solid above. White has to pull back, and then black should look for compensation on the right side. If black tries to connect under like this, black will play the Hane and separate. The cut doesn't work. And if white tries to connect under with p18 and hope for this move, it also doesn't work because black can Hane. And again, if white cuts, he puts himself in Atari. And if white is trying this one, then black can block first and then take away the ice like this. Or connect, white has to live in the corner, capture two stones. So normally, when black is playing the solid connection, white will pull back. And then black can go for the counter attack, Hane in the corner, white will probably connect under here, and then attack the right side more. So it's still better than the actual game. Playing like this, it's a bit too ambitious, wishful thinking, because of course white will push and cut. So now black is losing the top two stones and there is no compensation there. So the result of this fight was quite painful for black. White can actually bump, and then black has to come back, and the two stones are captured already, and now white can play away. So this was one critical moment of the game. Actually the second one. The first one was the fight in the lower area. If white needs eye shape, he shouldn't play inside his corner, but outside of the corner to expand his living space. But actually the group, it's alive anyway, so white can just play a one space jump here or other moves. Or also go between the stones. Because anyway, if black tries to cut, this will happen and the cut doesn't work. Unless black just gets outside forcing moves, but except for that, the group is alive in the corner. So playing here, it's a bit too conservative. Yeah, this is a key point. Nice move. So black starts to look for a big center. No eyes there. In order to prevent the connection under, black can block here. White needs to protect, and there will be no link at t17. But black needs another move to keep the eye shape. That was pretty good. So for now, black is safe in the top right, but it got dangerous. Well, it's more interesting to play a jump here, threatening to connect, and then when white separates, make the two eyes. Playing from this side, if white comes between the groups and then black goes back, white can damage the center. Oh, like that, black can use this move to try a link up, like a bridge. Instead of playing this Kosumitsuke, white should play the Kosumi the other way and enter the center, or attach and Nobi, then connect with good shape. Playing like this will just put black ahead, and black is happy to build the center. So Hane go down. This is only taking one stone. Not so big right now. So white can come inside from the left, then reduce from the middle top, and then slide. So he went for one stone, then black is just happy to enclose more of the center. Okay, this exchange is good, but no need to cut. Should just Hane. When white pulls back, that area is just neutral, and then block this entrance. So black gets to enclose the center, very nice. Now, fighting for points in this J13 area, it's really small. Should Atarian pull back? Even if white captures one stone, that's only a couple of points. And then block this. Like this, black can win by more points. Oh, luckily black managed to come back, but in this case it's good to Nobi. And then when white bumps, just Nobi again. In fact, it works to block too. It's just ugly, but it saves an extra point. Because playing the Nobi back or the pull back, white can enter a little bit like this. So white play the Kosumi. Actually, it works to block this way. No problem if white pushes a few times. Yeah, this schema can be annoying. Now, on the bottom side, it's better to play Han and connect, because after that, black has sent a follow-up on the first line. Oops. So we are here. Yeah, white blocked, and in this case, white has the follow-up in center F1. This is big. Jump is correct. Nobi, it's not so urgent right now. And anyway, if white wants to destroy more points, should S1. Black could ignore this and push again on the right side. What else here? Dun, dun, dun. Where are the big points? Ah, this is center. White needs to protect. Then push down a few times. In fact, this follow-up will happen in the game. This is good. On the right side, it's still better to play this move and then push, because there is some damage to Mari here, so when white pushes, at the end, black has to come back and capture the 2 stones. So if something like this happens, black has to remove the 2 stones. Okay. Luckily, black didn't have to play inside anymore. This is Gote, but it's pretty big. Hane very good. This is Sente, nicely done. Playing this move may hurt a little bit in the center. White can also push. So just Kosumi, threatening the key point at C2. Playing this one, it's actually Gote, so no need. Okay, block here. Yeah, go down like this is still big. Atari connect. White protects, then block this way. And on this move, black has a Tesuji, because if white comes inside, black can capture like that. So Kosumi, white has to... Yeah, this one is good. Black can play Atari first. White has to connect and then double up. Playing here, this is actually not threatening too much. White can Nobi, for example, or Atari and connect, because if black cuts, white will just take. So black has to go back and then white links. And in this case, black still has time for Atari. White cannot cut, black will capture. So white needs to protect and then black protects and makes 2 extra points there. If white plays Atari on 1 stone, black is happy to capture here because it's Atari and white needs to play again. Now, when playing the vital point, white will secure the I shape in the corner, then Hane on this side becomes Sente. White is alive, but black got E1 in Sente, and then block here to make the 2 points. So like this, white can Nobi. Alright, the block works. Hane, oh, Atari. No, my bad. It doesn't work. I mean, it works, but when Hane here, black has to pull back and then connect this way. So anyway, black is losing some points in the center. So yeah, it's probably better to block like that. Connecting here, it's an option too, but it's pretty much the same thing. Alright, stay alive. Prevent the ko. Well, these were all good co threats for white. He shouldn't waste them too early. Yeah, this one is good. It's 2 points. So the thing is, if black plays away, for example, Atari on 1 stone, white can Atari again, and capture in a net. But if black connects under at L1, this combination doesn't work anymore, because when trying to set up a net, black can connect under. So black should consider L1, because anyway, black needs L1 when Atari is played at N1. So like this, black wasted a stone at G2, and it lost 1 point. This is fine. It's a pity black never played a wedge. So instead of connecting here, wedge and Atari, and then block. Or actually connect here. No need to lose that point. So now white got a few points back in the lower right area. Instead of connecting this stone, it's still better to play Atari on the left. When white captures here, black captures the left side. So white will connect first. Then let's see if there are bigger points. Yeah, block here it's also big, because then you can push an Atari. This is not center. Atari here it's center. And then connect the stone. And now it's done. Well, it's pretty much the same with the actual game. Why did I need a move inside? Because let's say white plays here and some other moves. If black goes Atari, white connects. If Atari, white connects. Nothing happens. And if Atari here, connect. And this is nothing. This is also nothing. Even after the neutral points are filled, white is fine. So this was -1 point. Absolutely no necessary. That was 2 points in center. So black's endgame was slightly better. This move is no need. White should simply wait for the Atari and then connect. It's better to play Atari here than Atari here and 2 more points like this. And when black goes Atari, white connects. No need to defend in advance. So Hane connect, capture, and fight the ko. But actually, it's not necessary to fight the ko right now. Taking a point here is bigger than Atari connect and let the ko for white. Because this lost a point and white can take back the ko. Actually, why should Atari here to destroy another point and then fight the ko? Oh, sorry, there's another 1 point in center. And now fight the ko. Just before neutral points, you gotta fight that kind of ko. Ah, no need again. If black goes Atari here, white captures. Ah, sorry, and it's not even an Atari. It's Atari only when C9 is played. So black has a ko thread there. Wait a second. When white plays here, black can Atari and white takes. Let's see who would win the ko. Black has many ko threads. But white has some threads too. So where are black's threads? Atari here. Go down. Go down also. Atari. Atari like this. Atari or peep. Either way. Yeah, Atari better. Then one more Atari. Atari 2. Black has one more here. Yeah, it seems black can win this ko fight. Because now nothing left to threaten. And actually black has one more Atari in this area. Yeah, so in the end, white is forced to play a neutral point. Black fills the ko. Alright. But it's a good example to see how to fight the last ko for another half a point. But playing here, it's -1 point for white. So black filled the ko. White should just play a neutral point instead. And now it's counting time and black wins by 7.5. Well done on this one.